Day 5 of our journey across America. We've crossed 5 state lines. As the country rolls by, as we pass through the wide, open plains of Nevada, the salt flats of Utah, I can't help but marvel at the vastness and ever-changing beauty of this country. I'm filled with an overwhelming sense of awe and hope. What's as inspiring as the landscapes we pass are the people we've met along the way, the communities we've visited and the connections made. Their resilience and support for us and each other is incredibly heartening. In recovery, community and support are such major factors. Young People in Recovery in Denver, Colorado is a strong example of that. They welcomed us with open arms and made us feel like family. YPR is a grassroots advocacy and support group for young people either in or aspiring to sustained recovery.
I'm Michael Miller. I am a young person in long-term recovery. Young People in Recovery is an advocacy and action organization, and we try to focus on recovery supports for people in or seeking long-term recovery from substance use disorder. We have over 100 chapters across the United States in a bunch of different kind of communities, from rural to urban and everything in between. So they focus on really empowering young leaders to talk about their recovery in a way that reduces the stigma associated with addiction and recovery and all that stuff. It gives us the opportunity to be able to empower those people on the ground because they know really where the gaps are in terms of the continuum of treatment in their communities. They have lived it there, and we have the ability to provide them with training on grassroots community organizing, training on how to provide workshops, training on how to facilitate town hall events, and then also just being able to really show the community people can and do recover. The most important thing in my experience when it comes to seeing others emerge and really sustain their recovery, and me personally, is a sense of community. Not only the community, their close-knit recovery community, but the community that they're walking around in every day. The larger community that's really supportive of people trying to live a better life. So I initially found that recovery was even possible for me, luckily, because of the judicial system. And I was given an opportunity to go to treatment when I had nothing. I was homeless, I was lost, all that good stuff, the same story you hear all the time. And I was able to build a network because of my local YPR chapter. I started volunteering with them. I found my pathway, I found my purpose, and I was really connected. And then, for a couple different reasons, I had a reoccurrence of use. I slipped up. And luckily, I had this community around me that was able to help me get right back into it and right back on the path that I had already started. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have the community surrounding me the way that I did.
Sometimes, these kinds of groups aren't as easily accessible due to geographical isolation or any number of reasons. Peter Hamilton of Freedom from Addiction has taken to building a community in the digital space.
I Support Recovery is a place where people can come together and share their support of recovery, and so people feel intrinsically that they are supported and they are not alone. I think it's really down the line of what people need to hear that are suffering from this disease. And it's just simple. It's as easy as saying, I support recovery, so they know that it's okay to go and get help. And we're not about the debate or the politics of addiction. It's simply, hey, you're supported. I just don't want like people to be ashamed anymore. I just think that, you know, I realized that my relapse had everything to do with being ashamed of having a disease, being ashamed or feeling different. And I felt that there was a need to get the message out that people should be proud to be in recovery. If we could create that engagement, we will be able to help people achieve long-term sobriety.